Democrat leaders like Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer in their new year-long blitz. This is the battle plan against the GOP tax cuts. But here's the debate. The big question is this. Did the Democrats miss a train on what could get them back in power, a potential economic boom? Let's roll tape.
And they're taking great credit for this accomplishment. Well, I call it a Pyrrhic victory because it's a Frankenstein. And anybody who's familiar with Frankenstein knows that it was a creation, a monster that was created. Do you know the ending of the Mary Shelley's story? The monster comes back to destroy.
We know they're popping champagne down Pennsylvania Avenue. There are only two places where America's popping champagne: the White House and the corporate boardrooms, including Trump Tower.
So what we're doing here today is basically saying, wealthy Americans, big fat Christmas present for you. Tiny Tim, we're taking your crutch away from you and all the other kids in this country, and we're putting a lump of coal into your Christmas stocking.
Joining me now from the Fiscal Times, Liz Peek. And also, Liz, it's good to see you. Democrat Senator Jon Tester says that tax cuts are one of the blank, he used a swear word, bills it's a swear word that begins with an S. So what was your reaction to those comments?
They're such Grinches. I mean, honestly, I honestly don't know what's going to happen in February when Americans open up their paycheck envelope and they see that their taxes have gone down, because Democrats have been lying and lying more and more about how it's not going to cut taxes. It is going to cut taxes on 80% of Americans, and it's going to start right away. So honestly, I think the Democrats are just digging a ditch for themselves here. They're not going to have all of them voted against this tax cut. If you're not for tax cuts, by de facto, you must be for tax hikes. Is that what they want to campaign on in 2018?
Right. And
it's the craziest thing, Liz. I really can't understand what their strategy is.
And Walter Mondale, he lost in a landslide to Reagan, right? You know, Chuck Schumer voted for the Reagan tax cuts back in '86. But, you know, Liz, virtually no one in the mainstream of economics, left or right, says it hurts the middle class. The Liberal Tax Policy Center now says more than 80% of Americans will get tax cuts. Joint Committee on Taxation says the same. So the Nonpartisan Tax Foundation, right?
Yeah, totally. And this is a double-edged or a two-step advantage here. First of all, people are going to have lower taxes. They're going to spend more. It's going to boost confidence. We've already seen that. In anticipation of these tax cuts, the market is up 5,000 points. Consumer sentiment is at a decade high. I mean, it has already had an impact on sentiment, on spending, and on the economy. But the second thing is that businesses are definitely going to up their spending, their capital investment. All the economists I follow are talking about higher capital spending next year by businesses. That has been the missing leg of our economic stool, and that is really powerful.
That's an important point, because that vanished on the Obama years, right?
Yeah,
the capital
totally.
investment. You know, it's almost as if 3% growth, we've had it for the last 2 quarters. As the economy grows, the rhetoric gets more heated from the Democrats, right?
Democrats are scared to death because, A, this means that the GOP can govern. That was sort of the narrative for the first 6 months as they tried unsuccessfully to get rid of Obamacare. The Republicans looked foolish, incompetent. The White House, you know, was sort of an added incompetence factor. Now all that narrative is sort of dispelled, and particularly if they get through the various hurdles of spending over the next few weeks, that's going to be even more powerful. I think, look, the Republicans have done something here that no one's done in 30 years. This is a very big deal, and really, it's going to be good for the economy. So Democrats, I think, look foolish. I don't know what they're going to run on next year.
You know, the cuts are coming at a time when the economy is growing twice as fast as it was under Obama. And to your point, the Democrats are making their own riverboat gamble that they won't work. Remember, Howard Baker called the Reagan tax cuts a riverboat gamble. Again, you know, the Democrats that I talk to, they don't feel like they're part of this party anymore, that they don't have a home anymore in this party.
Well, unfortunately, the progressives have taken over the party, and they are clearly for redistribution of the economy, not for growing the economy. Actually, even if you look at Hillary Clinton's campaign platform in 2016, it was all about where the money should go, not growing the economy. She never talked about growth. You know, Liz, the only way that we are going to be able to provide for seniors, provide the Medicare promises, Social Security, and all those entitlements programs that are very important to this country is if the economy is growing and we have increased revenues. That's what this bill will provide.
You know, the fact is that the statutory corporate rate in the U.S. for corporations, it's higher than France, it's higher than Italy, it's higher than Germany, it's higher than Spain, it's higher than the UK, and it's higher than Ireland.
I mean, think only one OECD country has a higher rate. We are out of step with the world, and we are now getting back in step by going down to 21%. By the way, other countries are in that same vicinity in the low 20% range. So corporate taxes for the American corporation have been burdensome, and now we are leveling the playing field so our companies can compete. And I think one of the big things that needs to be talked about in this country, Democrats are profoundly pessimistic about America's ability to compete. That's what really they're saying. They're saying, don't give our companies equal footing, because what difference does it make? They're going to go overseas anyway. That is not true. If you look at CEO surveys, where do they want to invest? They want to invest in the United States. Rule of law, English language, huge consumer economy.
Stability.
We have all trained workforce. I mean, really, I think Republicans need to start talking about how Democrats are underselling this country, because that's profound.
Okay, so AT&T wants to merge with Time Warner. AT&T paying millions of dollars in bonuses. Comcast shelling out millions of dollars in bonuses and saying they're going to invest, I think, $50 billion in the U.S. economy. This as Comcast's own anchors at NBC, CNBC, MSNBC have railed against the tax cuts and saying that companies will not invest, will not grow jobs, and will not expand because of the tax cuts. That's been the argument we've heard.
Because the counter argument is, for the last 8 years, the anti-business sentiment of the Obama White House really stepped on growth. And I think that's what they're really having to sort of confront now. All we've had from this president is meeting business leaders saying, what do you need? What can we provide? We want you to invest here. As you say, we've already seen $1,000 promised to many employees of Comcast and AT&T. That's cold, hard cash. Those workers are going to feel pretty good about this administration when that's delivered.
But, you know, MSNBC's Stephanie Ruhle says that's PR. Really?
So what? It's, you know, so for the people getting it, they're going to be pretty thrilled, right?
What's the alternative? Don't give it out, and then what?
Exactly. They don't, I mean, again, if you're not for tax cuts, you're against tax cuts. If you're not for bonuses, you must be against people getting bonuses. Come on. I mean, again, they are really, moving towards a brick wall of sort of disbelief and sort of stupidity, in my view.
Let's get to what's going on right now in the House. We are monitoring this developing story. The House trying to vote now to keep the lights on in government with a spending plan, but only through January. Liz, what do we vote lawmakers to do? Why are they supposed to be in D.C.?
What are they there for? They're shoving all these ancillary issues into the spending bill. They always do this. If you want immigration reform, it should not be tacked on to a spending bill. DACA should not be fixed via a spending bill. The FISA program, the warrantless surveillance, that is being pushed into this spending bill.
And all sorts of pork spending,
yeah, so there's a lot of disagreements. You know, Republicans were more worried about Republicans defecting on this than Democrats, because Rand Paul, for example, doesn't like the FISA warrants, and there are other issues with people concerned about deficits. So it always becomes this huge globule of spending mess, and it is so unattractive. Nobody really wants to tackle all these issues right now. What they really want to do is go home for Christmas, and that's what they're doing as we speak. If they're voting and they're getting on a plane.
People are coming, regular Americans are saying, we're coming home for Christmas. We balance our budget. We send you to Washington. Do this. You haven't done that in 5 or 6 years. Come up with a budget. Like they always are on continuing resolutions. Liz Peek.
It's bad.
It's bad. We love having you on.
Thank you.
Come back soon, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.